When was the last time that you and that we realized that God answered a prayer in our life? And what kind of impact did it have in mine and your life? This is the question we want to have in our minds when we now think a little bit about one verse from Psalm 138, verse 3. In the day when I cried, thou answerest me, and strengthened me with strength in my soul. God answers prayers. This is what we all experienced. But we also realize that God answers in different ways. Sometimes He answers directly and gives that what we asked for at the time when we ask for it. But sometimes He gives that what we ask for, but in His time. That means that we have to wait for it. And we can say God gives something different than that what we asked for, because He in His wisdom knows that that would be the best for us. And how encouraging is it when God answers our prayers? But it's not always that easy to wait until He answers. But it's always needed that we expect Him to answer our prayers. So when we pray, we should boldly tell Him what is in our hearts, believe that He can answer, and expect His answer in our lives. Sometimes there is a danger. We have own expectations how God should answer our prayers. And if He does not answer in our ways, then we might be discouraged. So the best thing is we should just leave the way how He answers and what kind of solution He has to Him. Because then we experience even more how He works in our lives. And we can say, in the same way as David, when we see that God is answering in our lives, that this is strengthening for us. It gives us inner strength. It encourages us to trust Him more and more, to follow Him more and more, to be thankful more and more, and even it increase maybe our love for Him more and more, because we know how He deals with us in His love, in His wisdom, and in His time. It's always great when God answers, and He wants to be glorified through it. So just tell Him what is in your heart. Wait for His solution. Expect Him to work in your hearts, and be strengthened.